Hello everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Time with Angel Ariel to restore hope, inspiration, and peace. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003. I'd like to welcome back all my loyal subscribers. It's lovely to be in your energies again. And thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And for those who are finding the Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself. Through my full-time business since 2003, my business is called Angel Healing House. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world, either in my beautiful office here in Santa Monica, California, or online. I am a clairvoyant, a channel, a psychic, tarot card reader, an angel practitioner. I also do past life clearings and ancestral healings, as well as twin flame energetic reconnection, whether your twin flame is on the earth plane or across the veil. I'm also the author of several #1 Amazon international best-selling books. So to find out more information about my services or those award-winning books, please do go to the Angel Healing House website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can phone 831-277-3716, and do remember that Pacific Standard Time. Speaking about my Angel Healing House services, I received this lovely email from a recent client when she wrote, "Working with Angel Ariel has been a great blessing for me. As light workers, sometimes we take on the collective karma of the humanity to help propel Earth out of darkness. But we can get stuck in the mud. I had been stuck in the mud for 2 years, sinking further and further in. I found that working with Angel Ariel was like coming out of the mud and into a warm towel of love. In our sessions together, even though intense work was done, I did not anticipate my changes because I had tried so many other practitioners in the past with very little result. But almost immediately I noticed significant changes taking place. Angel Ariel and her angelic family, the Posse of Angels, lifted me out of the mud, bathed me in light, hugged me, and helped me to live again. Most of all, it has been a real blessing for my soul to work with an archangel in real time in this capacity. Claire Candy, Archangel Ariel's work and energy continue to guide me. This remains an ongoing process. Thank you so much." And that comes from Shakti. So if you are interested in my services, please do go to my angelhealinghouse.com website. I'd like to send a big thank you for all of those people who made donations to my PayPal account for my free weekly content. You know, if you have received clarity, direction, motivation, enlightenment, there are some people who write in the comments through the tone of my voice and the timbre of the energetic frequency of love and angelic resonance that they've been healed just by watching these videos, and you would like to contribute. I've left my link in the my PayPal link in the description box down below. Now, as we do every week here on Time with Angel Ariel, let's start with an inspirational story to motivate us to feel joyous, fulfilled, and experience peace. And today's story is entitled The Gift of Time. Now, I want you to imagine that there's a bank, and this bank credits your account each morning with $86,400. Wouldn't that be nice? It carries over no balance from day to day. Every evening, it deletes whatever part of that balance you failed to use during the day. Knowing this, what would you do? Well, while each and every one of us is an individual and very different in so many ways, I would imagine that many people would not hesitate to draw every single cent out of that bank account each and every day. For remember that no balance is held over, and by the evening, by that stroke of midnight, everything gets wiped from the account. And although it may be difficult to believe, in a certain way, each of us has just such a bank account, and the name of the bank account is time. Every morning it credits us with 86,400 seconds, and every night it writes off as lost whatever part of this we failed to invest to good purpose. It carries over absolutely no balance, and it allows no overdraft. Each day, it automatically, even without our asking, opens a new account for us, and each night at the stroke of midnight, it burns the remaining time of the day that went unused. If we fail to use the day's deposits, the loss is ours and no one else's. There is no going back, and there's no drawing against tomorrow. I guess this is because not one of us is 100% promised to experience a tomorrow. In this way, the Bank of the Universe forces us to truly live in the present moment on exactly today's deposits. And my angelic family, the Posse of Angels, is saying that if we invest our time wisely to what our heart joyously and passionately is longing to do, then we are creating a fulfilling future for ourselves, because, as we know, our futures are only built on what we do within the present moment. There is a myriad of ways that we can invest our 86,400 seconds of time. We can invest in our health so that we can have the physical strength and the emotional strength and the endurance to put into what we love doing. We can invest that time in bringing forth our creative efforts to emotionally nurture and nourish our souls. And we can invest in doing something each and every day that shows the universe and ourselves that our desires and needs are important. And by making our needs a priority and showing the universe that we value and we consider and respect and honor ourselves and our desires as a priority, we assure ourselves these feelings of success, and then success must manifest for us in our external world. Now, everyone, you're on the clock, and the clock is running. How will you consciously invest your time every single day? Everyone, in my Angel Healing House healing practice, client sessions for almost 20 years, when I ask those clients who are challenged with physical and especially emotional issues like depression, I ask them, what do you do each week to allow your inner child to experience creative expression? In almost 100% of my clients, their answer is that they do nothing to nurture and nourish their creative expression. By this I mean, instead of reading a book, do they journal, write poetry, or are they writing a book? Instead of listening to music, do they play a musical instrument? Instead of listening to an art history lecture, do they paint or do they draw a picture? Included in this is being creative through craft work, through gardening, and yes, even cooking. Although my favorite thing to make for dinner is reservations. Now, the point with all of this is that our inner child experiences joy when they can be actively involved in the process of self-expression without any restraint or restrictions on comparing ourselves with others. Just the freedom that comes from being our creative selves, as our ability to create just like abundance is our divine nature. Now the Posse of Angels, here they come. They're hearing some of your thoughts, and some of you are thinking, well, I'm not very creative. I'm no Picasso. Who am I to paint a picture? And the Posse of Angels is assuring us that nothing will stop us quicker from expressing ourselves than comparing ourselves with others. Now, I'm hearing their laughter, and the Posse of Angels is saying, well, thank goodness that we're not all Picassos. Otherwise, we'd all be painting women who look like dogs who have multiple breasts. Their point is that each one of us is talented in our own divine ways, thank goodness, and like snowflakes, no two of us are exactly alike. And what might float someone else's boat as joyous and creative expression may not be right for us. I've shared before that when I channeled my first book, Angels of Faith, which is based on my 2 near-death experiences and how we are divine and that we do not die, I could have stopped myself from publishing it by saying, there are already plenty of books in the world about angels. Who am I to add to them? But I knew in my heart that there had never been, there is no book now, and there never will be a book written with my same energetic signature and individual gift of self-expression. By honoring this and sharing it with the world, it has brought me wondrous miracles. So whether we draw or paint or compose music, whether we play an instrument or dance or sing or write books or garden, whether we concoct amazing recipes or build fairy houses to encourage the fairy kingdom to visit our gardens, it's purely a matter of our individual joy. Now the Posse of Angels and I wish to remind everyone to make most of the time we are given here as spirit in human form, because you may not realize this, but a human life across the veil, it's a blip. 80, 90, 100 plus years is like 2 or 3 weeks time across the veil, because there is no time across the veil. It's just 0 point energy. And in my book, One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, I share with readers that when we cross over, we stand before the wise sage elders of the Etheric Council, and we go over our contract of our previously written human incarnation in our book of life, and the things that we will regret most is those things that we stopped ourselves from doing. Remember, the most powerful energetic forces to be able to manifest the dreams of our lives are, first, love for ourselves and love for others, gratitude and appreciation, and the profound energy behind the spark of creation that each and every one of us has been blessed with. You know, when I've spoken to my loved ones across the veil after they've crossed over, there's one thing that they almost all seem to agree upon, that when they were in human form, they really, really took for granted the preciousness of life and failed to see how infinitely rich that they were, regardless of their bank accounts, regardless of their achievements, and regardless of what anyone else thought about them. Many of them look back at their lives now, seeing clearly that every moment that was spent in worry, stressing, lack, security, and fear were precious moments taken away from seeing the glorious beauty of experiencing a human life. Now, in my award-winning book, One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, I share with readers that there are many souls across the veil who know spiritual law back to front, but they're too scared to be veiled and incarnate to play the human game in this physical realm because they don't want to be challenged by the highs and the lows of a human life. But as I explain in the book, we come back and choose to incarnate lifetime after lifetime to help our souls to experience many kinds of circumstances which help our souls expand and learn and grow. And ultimately, this is the reason why we choose to come back time and time again. Now, to help us tap into the miracle of those 86,400 seconds that each of us is gifted with each and every day, this poem by Leonard Milgram reminds us of just how lucky we are. And it's entitled, Every Day's a Miracle. Every day's a miracle, a wonder to behold, a special, priceless miracle, more valuable than gold. Every day's a soulful song, a melody unique, the magic of the moment, 7 days a week. From early dawn to setting sun, its grandeur's there for everyone to lavish in its gift of happiness, away from all the worry and the stress. Breathe deep and relish all its treasure. Its simple songbirds bring us pleasure. So open up your soul to the message of each day. Your present is its presence. Don't let it slip away. So let's see what additional messages the Posse of Angels have for us today. The first deck that they wanted me to choose for today was this one, the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds, and this card came out. Now, these videos are timeless. Whenever you watch them, the message is meant for you, to give you hope, peace, inspiration, direction, clarity, all of those things. But I happen to be filming it on 2/22/2022. It is an amazing day of opening up to those energies of unity, those higher vibrational relationships, and 2 is the number of partnering together, partnering with ourselves and forgiving ourselves and having compassion for ourselves so that we can step in to the next adventure, whole and complete, having forgiven and only having unconditional love for everything. This card is a number 9. 9s are the number of completion, and it's the Angel Gate. Look at that beautiful card. And it's about cleansing, protection, and blessing. As I said, it's very auspicious because of the February 22nd, 2022. The energy is showering and surrounding each and every one of us with particles that are charging an energy that will bless us. Most of all, we are being cleansed from our debris of life that we carry unconsciously so much of the time. You know, through my Angel Healing House healing practice, so many clients have been coming to me to work on forgiveness, especially forgiveness for themselves, and the feeling of freedom and liberation. Just like Shakti's letter, they have felt like they have been in the mud because all of their lives they've worked hard for the collective, and they've put so much energy into love and light, and they've taken on a great deal of transforming and transmuting that dark energy, but now it's all about them. And we are being cleansed and blessed, and within these waters, we're feeling like we are being reborn. Expect a lifting sensation, that of the spirit being freed, and with cleansing comes the sensation of your energy being renewed and revitalized. Just like Shakti, you can say, my soul is now bathed and cleansed. And you can add with the angel's sacred waters. Feel yourself coming out of any time of mud and being wrapped in that warm, beautiful, towel of love from the angels, and you are being reborn. How beautiful is that? So thank you, Posse of Angels, for that. The next card is coming from a new deck of mine. I absolutely adore these cards. This is the Whispers of Lord Ganesha. And as I said in, I believe it was last week's Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, which you can always tune in on Blog Talk Radio on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. A lot of people see Lord Ganesha as a decidedly masculine energy. I always have seen Ganesha as feminine. I guess we are all aspects once we balance that masculine and feminine energy. But this card that came out for us was indicative of this very powerful day today and how we will be stepping in to those and onto those new paths for us to serve in the highest way possible. And it's the number 8, the number of prosperity, abundance, wealth. It's the infinity of a closing out of a cycle and the opening up of a new cycle. And it's the promise of the future. And there's Ganesha looking to that light on that horizon and seeing it shine upon us. Rest assured, something new is on the horizon. Seek new outlets for your creative expression. This heralds the beginning of a new phase of your life. To help you uncover the desires of your subconscious mind, we need to follow any creative nudges that we get now. Do reflect on our past endeavors and take time to acknowledge and understand the lessons from the past and bless them. Feel gratitude for the path that has led you to this important point in your life. You're receiving the gift of freedom to choose what you will pursue. There may also be an ending taking place because all of life has its cycles. Just like the planet Pluto of rebirth, which completes its 248-year cycle today. Now, last time that cycle began for Pluto, which is the planet of resurrection and rebirth, the last time it started on this trajectory was in 1776, when the U.S. got its independence. And so many people are saying that with that Pluto return, there's going to be so much liberation and freedom on the planet. And previous to that, when there was a previous Pluto return, that was when Rome fell. So it's really important that each and every one of us close out this cycle of ours. And with each ending comes the promise of a brand new dawn. How wonderful. Many of us are feeling this as we're integrating those energies and we're forgiving anything, and we are letting go and releasing and surrendering anything that is not in resonance and in frequency with our energies anymore. The next card comes from The Sacred Forest by Denise Lynn. These are beautiful energies, and I love that this card flew out of the deck. It's the Daffodil Fairy, and it is new beginnings, very much like Lord Ganesha came in and said the promise of a new future. It is daffodils are one of the first flowers to emerge after the snows. I remember as a young girl walking in, I think it was the month of March, when I grew up on the East Coast, and seeing the first sign of those purple crocuses and the yellow daffodils poking their heads, valiantly through the snow, saying, yes, I'm going to poke my head out and seeing if the sun can warm me. So its color, the beautiful yellow, suggests radiance and sunshine. The appearance of this card brings a message that it's time for each and every one of us to wipe the slate clean and release the old so that we can begin a new cycle. It can be difficult to release familiar routines, situations, and relationships when they no longer empower you. However, your higher self is saying and is calling you to not cling to the old, but set your sail into new waters. You know, I've often used the analogy before that the best sailors do not learn how to sail in calm waters. They learn their experience by sailing in those storms, and it makes us much stronger and more empowered. So look back at the path that you've been on. Bless those challenges, for they've helped your soul to grow, and it's going to help you immeasurably as you step on to your new path to be able to serve in the highest way possible for this new era of light on planet Earth. Wholeness occurs when you can say yes to both endings and also new beginnings. It's time to start a new project. It's time to step into a new business, a new job, a new career. Remember that with stepping on this new way of service, many of us will be introduced to our soul family, those of our highest resonance, and those who will be there to support us, encourage us, and for us to collaborate and connect with. Release that which doesn't serve and make way for a new start. And they are assuring us that success is at hand. I love that. I love my work with the fairies as well. Let's go to our postcards from Spirit. Let me shuffle these, see what comes out for us. I hope everyone's well on this 2022. Twos are also the number of taking the hand of God, that each and every one of us has the ability to hold hands with God, as we are children created in that divine reflection of that parent creator, God source. And then we utilize that. We utilize God and the angels and our higher self to be able to work, combine that together to form the two: harmony, partnership, diplomacy. If you need to release anything, do it with love, do it with kindness, do it with generosity, do it with an understanding of whatever that person did or said or how they acted is all about them and has nothing to do with you. But yes, you co-created for them to be in your incarnation. In my book, One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, I speak about soul contracts and how some of the most seemingly opposite or contrasting people that we have in our life are our greatest teachers. And that's why we contracted to learn from that contrast. And once we can learn from it, we don't have to keep repeating it, but we can let them go in love, compassion, and forgiveness. Okay, Posse of Angels, one card. One card. This one says, you are divine beauty. You are divine beauty. And they say, dearest you, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you're brave and you'll have courage. Act as if you are love and you'll be a magnet for love and experience the love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have already been answered, as you are truly in sync with good fortune and abundance. How you think is how you will see the world, how you will interact with it, and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if that were the truth already. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that you might perceive to be empty or cavernous, chaotic, or even barren. For these are illusions. They are temporary and don't even count. You, as a divine, eternal being, can defy them and act as if you are the luckiest and the most fortunate person on the planet. You will be, for you are already. You just have to own it. That's the real secret. You are infinite potential. Loving you so much, rainbows explode in the ether. Loving you so much that rainbows explode in the ether. Love those cards. Thank you, Spirit. That. Act as if, and it will show up in your reality. That's how infinitely powerful each and every one of us is. Let's go to my Making Magic deck to finish off this time with Angel Ariel. First card that comes up. Powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. The Philosopher's Stone. That's the magic. You are the magic that you've been waiting for. Believe it, act upon it, and trust it. Because you were made in that reflection of God's source creator. Abundance is your nature, and to create is your nature. And you have the free will blessing to do so. The next one, opens the third eye to strengthen your intuition. There we go. And the last one, that one just flew out. This is the Labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration and enlightenment. And that's what we're like stepping through a portal today. That's what it seems like, a portal of liberation. Working on ourselves to free ourselves from any animosity or resentment or regret or anger or bitterness or shame or blame. All of those things that I've been working with clients with, they suddenly get to a place of peace. And just like that client said, they feel like they're out of the mud. And after their Angel Healing House sessions with me and the Posse of Angels, they feel like they're wrapped in a towel of love. So if you'd like to take advantage of my services, find out more about them, please go to my Angel Healing House website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. That number is 831-277-3716 Pacific Standard Time. And to find out more about my award-winning books, go to either my website, or they can be purchased on Amazon or as audiobooks on Audible. I'm sending out so much love and angel blessings to each and every one of you. Go out and with your abundant nature, with your creative nature, and with your blessing of free will, go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love and angel blessings. And I hope to hear from you in 2 days' time by calling into my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, which is every week. This is our 11th year at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, when you can call in for free mini angel readings after the Posse of Angels and I read out our channel. So once again, love and angel blessings, everyone. Take care. Bye.